What's up? What's up? What's up? This is straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Here, almost nearly in the mid afternoon. Please hit the like button, sub to the channel. If you're not a member, also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire Lions Den, both basketball and as well as boxing communities. Thank you for joining me. I see you in here, Brown Sugar, the beautiful, lovely Uh, Brown Sugar is in the building, 10 toes down, holding it down. And I appreciate all of my subs that's been holding it down. My day ones and as well as my new subs too for helping me with the progression and carrying this thing too as well. And I also appreciate the ones that's trying to destroy what I have going on too. I appreciate y'all too. I appreciate each and every one of you haters. Matter of fact, I appreciate y'all more um, because y'all are the ones that truly motivate me to keep doing what I'm doing. So I appreciate the hate and I appreciate the the negativity and everything, man. I love it. All right, Ted, what's up, man? See you in here, bro. Now, I didn't get to really talk about this in the previous live. I thought I'd do this because both of these correlate with each other when we talk about the two subjects that we're getting ready to talk about. Um, Mike Tyson. Okay, a lot of people feel like Mike Tyson. You've heard the critics. You've heard people say that he shouldn't be in the ring with Jake Paul, and he's too old. He's 57, 58 years old. He's liable. Something's liable to happen to him. Um, the oldest person that fought in the ring was not even 50, and um, it's a difference between being 27 and 57, which is the age that Jake Paul is, and now because of the health issues that the slight little health issue that's going on or whatever, people making a big deal about it. And as a matter of fact, Jake Paul had came out and he had debunked everybody on X, on Twitter, and he said basically about the critics and the fans and stuff like that, basically saying that you guys like to get out here and spread rumors. And I'm not going to quote exactly what he said, what I'm saying, but pretty much he was saying that people are doing it for clicks and views and stuff. And basically he said that the fight is still going on. What's up with it, Bruce Gas? Make sure y'all go sub to the brother Bruce Gas, Boxing and Jazz and More. Bruce is a historian. But uh, as I was saying, as I told Bruce, I said the fight is still going to go on. Okay, they're going to do everything to, believe it or not, the media wants to draw attention in a way. There were two things that were already debunked about the Mike Tyson situation, which I said yesterday. One is that they were saying that they had to cancel the flight, or delay the flight rather, because of Mike Tyson's health issues, which was a lie. And then also they were saying that the fight was canceled, which was another lie. Okay, and that's why we don't want to become prisoners of the moment. Okay, both Mike Tyson's representatives have came out and said that he's doing well. He took some antibiotics. The fight is still on, and Jake Paul himself has came out and said that the fight is still on. As a matter of fact, what you don't know, Jake Paul had checked on Mike Tyson. Everybody think that these guys hate each other. That's not the truth. Okay, that's not the truth. Of course, they're gonna talk highly of it. It's a money grab. Yeah, prisoners of fake news, and you know that's what brings the attention and stuff. But now the biggest thing that people are questioning is Mike Tyson should he be in the ring or not? You know what I'm saying? People are gonna talk about the uncertainty. Look, Mike Tyson is gonna be fine. Okay. Um, Brown Sugar knows this. Okay. Brown Sugar knows this, and I have to talk about her because she understands the fight game. She understands combat sports. And when we talk about martial arts, you do know that in Asia there are martial artists well into their 70s that still fight. I want people to understand that. Let me repeat that again. There are people in Asia, when we talk about Thailand, when we talk about, you know what I'm saying, and I mentioned Thailand because when you mention Thailand, you're talking about Muay Thai. In martial arts, there are still martial artists that are well into their 70s still fighting competitively. Okay? Hold on one second, y'all. All right, sorry about that, y'all. All right, I had to take care of something. Now, salute to Tank. I see you in here. Now, there are still martial artists that still fight well into their 70s. And a lot of people got to understand that, when it comes to um, anything that you do, as long as you take good care of your body, and as long as you lead a healthy lifestyle, you're gonna be fine. Now, everybody always wants to bring up age. You can only do so much. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. It's there's in edible. I can't even talk today, but in inevitable inevitable. Nah, there's there's stuff that will happen that is inevitable in any case. Okay, there are things that will take place in any case. All right. Uh, there are things that are uncertain, but in Mike Tyson's case, the guy, if you look at the way he trains, you look at his lifestyle, he put down smoking. Not that smoking weed is gonna deter him from doing anything. Everybody's body is different, but Mike Tyson is still in really extremely good shape. You know what I'm saying? So him going in there fighting, a 27-year-old guy that just barely getting into his prime, and Jake Paul, he's gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's worried about it now. Do you got to worry about the after effects if he gets hurt really bad? Like, in the case of a situation that went on with now, if there was a case like that went on with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, where we got one guy on steroids, a ostarine type of steroid that where your strength level is way more higher than the opposition, then yeah, you could do some damage long term and everything. Or even in the case of Errol Spence, who's getting ready to fight Fundora. Listen, a lot of people are worried about Errol Spence because they think that he's just going to walk in there. Now, if you think that you had trouble with Terrence Crawford, who pretty much he put it on him to the point where people were saying that he should retire and stuff, and then you having trouble with your eyes and stuff like that, and then you're going in there with a guy, you're giving up about 6-7 inches, okay, and on top of that, you giving up the reach, and strength will probably play a big part in that, and you get landed with one of those shots, and you've already done had a procedure on your eye and stuff like that, then we would be cooking with some grease. You said I do understand what you're saying, but I do not want to fight a 20-year-old. But what? Okay, I know you don't. But if you had to, let's say if you were forced to, and you had to defend yourself, then your natural instincts would come out, and you'll be like, okay, then you'll be in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really, wants to. But in this case, Mike Tyson actually wants to. And then, honestly, if we're looking at it from that standpoint too, a lot of people are worried about Jake Paul. Now, and then I'm getting all this other stuff talking about. I hear people saying, "Well, if Jake Paul wins, man, we know that it's rigged." Listen, it's not going to be rigged. You know what I'm saying? Because the sanctioning body has already sanctioned this as a real bout. The Texas license commission, they've already sanctioned this as a real bout. You said Mike Tyson need to sit back and relax. And man, superstar to be a champion, have go good, bad, ugly. Detroit and Chicago been through the rough time. Mike Tyson is fine, man. He don't need to sit back and relax. If this is what he wants to do, you only live one life. If you feel like you got to get something out of your system, you know what I'm saying? By your own means, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do it. You know, you said 8 rounds, also maybe 10. You know, like if you feel like if there's a car you want, if there's a career that you want to do, if there's a business you want to start, hell, if there's for you females, if there's a man that you want, for you men, if there's a woman that you want or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You only will live one life. You know what I'm saying? That person might be living their best life or whatever, and be gone without you when you could have been living your best life with them. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is get it out of your system. If you feel like you can still dance, get your ass out there and dance. If you feel like you know what I'm saying, you could still party and hang with the 20-year-olds and stuff like that, then go ahead and do it, because there might be a case where you be sitting up in there and you be alone and nobody around, nobody to party with, nobody to talk to, nobody to socialize with, and then you're gonna be, man, I should have did this. Man, why didn't I get out there and do that? Or, you didn't get out there and box, or you didn't get out there and play basketball, you didn't get out there and do this and do that, or whatever. You didn't do it. You're gonna be throwing a pity party and be thinking about it for the rest of your goddamn life. That's all I'm saying. And everybody's different. Some people might not even care one way or another. But there are some people that really feel that way. They'll be like, "Ah, man, I should have did this." All that shoulda, woulda, coulda mentality. You understand what I'm saying? 60 years old might need to be standing with his grand, and he's still doing that. He still spends time with his kids and stuff like that. Who says that he doesn't? You know what I'm saying? He's still doing it. It's just he's doing something that he loves. And you also got to realize this too, Stephen. A lot of people feel like Mike Tyson had got robbed of his some of his prime. I mentioned this yesterday when he went to jail with Robin Givens and stuff like that. You got to think about it. Mike Tyson still, a lot of people don't understand this. Even though Mike Tyson was in good shape and stuff like that, he'll tell you straight up he was still doing drugs. I know when he when he was a Muslim and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? He was doing a Muslim his faith and everything like that, but he said that he was still having a problem with with drugs and stuff like that. It's in his when you go listen to him when he was doing the his little special and talking to the people and stuff. Now he's living a totally different life, and at this age he's able to keep a good level of physicality, and he's clean both mentally and physically. He said he wasn't clean mentally, more importantly, and physically. He wasn't clean mentally. Do you literally hear the stuff that he was saying at press conferences? Like this press conference that Mike Tyson is compared to a Mike Tyson in the 90s is way different. Way different. Matter of fact, some people are looking at Mike Tyson right now like, damn, this guy, man, is this the same Mike Tyson? Because the Mike Tyson that was at the press conference, he was talking about, eating this and eating that. And I'm not going to say it. You just go back and you go look. Just go look at an old Mike Tyson. That's just like with Charles Barkley. Everybody looks at Charles Barkley like, oh, wow, he's vulgar. And you think this Charles Barkley is bad, go look at the Charles Barkley back in the days. where he was telling the reporter, well, he doesn't give a fuck one way or another. Like, this Charles Barkley has calmed down compared to the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking at these guys right now like, oh yeah, well, these guys are over the hill or something like that. No, go look at them in their prime. Yeah, all that stuff, man. Like, those guys, man, would tell reporters, "Well, fuck you," and all this other stuff. They were doing shit back in the days that was way different back then. Or they'd be like, "Man, get the fucking camera out my face" and stuff like that. All that stuff. Everybody thinks, Shaquille O'Neal was on this goofy shit and all this other stuff. No, he wasn't. Shaquille was cursing, at everybody, man. He'd be like, "Man, I'm tired of motherfuckers fouling me and stuff like that." You know what I'm saying? But, they've gotten older. Now, let's get to Ant-Man, and then after that, man, I got to roll, y'all. Hey, check this out, man. Listen, everybody been saying, oh, well, na boo-boo and with Anthony Edwards and stuff like that. And the reason why I brought Tyson up is because a lot of people compared Anthony Edwards to Mike Tyson. They're saying that Mike Tyson is the basketball version. I'm sorry, but Anthony Edwards is the Mike Tyson basketball version of him. And I didn't really think that was a good comparison. But since I'm talking about Tyson, I had to bring that up. Listen, Ant-Man is going to fail, okay? But his failure is it's gonna make him even better. Matter of fact, you better just go ahead and realize where you at right now, because when they swept Jordan, when the Pistons when the Pistons used to beat the shit out of Jordan, when the Boston Celtics used to beat the shit out of Jordan, when they were playing the Bucks and stuff like that, when they were having trouble, when Jordan was having all this trouble and stuff, they were like, oh, he ain't gonna win no championship, he ain't gonna do this, he gonna go through the same thing. They were saying the same thing about, Kobe and stuff. They were like, man, they shouldn't even drafted Kobe, all this other stuff, when he shot the air ball, and now then he went to being the best player of the league. Look, he gonna learn from this. Okay? He gonna learn from this. This is a learning experience. And on top of that, don't forget they were talking about the same shit about Luka. When he didn't make the playoffs last season, they were saying the same stuff about Luka. They were wondering if Luka was ever gonna be able to win a championship, possibly, with playing this style of basketball. Now look at him. You know what I'm saying? Luka probably might be the one that has a case for face of the league. Besides him, besides Tatum. You know what I'm saying? If Tatum, and the same thing, with Tatum and Brown. They're wondering if these guys, will be able to finally get a championship and get a ring. Look, Anthony Edwards is going to take over the league, whether you want to or not. You don't realize how hard that this guy works. And on top of that, he has superstar qualities by him. He makes you jump out of your seat. Brown Sugar ain't even no Minnesota fan, but she was like, she loved to see Anthony Edwards play. You know what people are saying out here in Dallas? They like, well, we like Luka, but we want to see that motherfucker Ant-Man play. All these young guys are out here, this young generation, like that be like, that's why you got to go to high school games. These guys are actually trying to meet each other at the rim and stuff like that. City League games, stuff like that, at pickups and stuff like that. Man, these young boys be like 6'7", 6'8". Nah, they ain't settling for no jumper. Nah, they trying to go to the rack. They trying to take your hair off. They love Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? And they bringing that style back. And on top of that, he doing something that a lot of other 22-year-olds ain't even doing right now, which is sweeping people, knocking off champions, and on top of that, going to the Western Conference Finals. Come on, man. He gonna be all right. Everybody gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? This season wasn't no failure. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a failure, I think you need to go look at what the failure means. A failure to me is up in here trying to get coaches fired and all this other stuff or whatever, and you still ain't making nowhere. Or trying to get teammates traded and you still ain't making nowhere. Or you selling a dream and all this other stuff and you still ain't making nowhere. Destroying an organization and you still ain't making nowhere. Nah, running it back with the same people that you got, galvanizing your team, picking up Rudy Gobert, saying, hey, look, you fucked up this season, but let's go ahead, let's go run that shit back. Cat, you playing like ass. That 15,000, I mean that 1,500 jumpers don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back in the gym. Let's work. Let's attack the rim. Hey, coach. Hey, you get on my nerves sometimes, but come on, McDaniel, you my backcourt mate, and let's go ahead and come back even stronger. That's what they gonna do. Ant-Man gonna get a ring. You know what I'm saying? But hey, guys, I gotta roll out. I just wanted to talk my little shit for a little bit. Make sure y'all like the video, share this, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications too. Shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball as well as boxing community. Until then, straight to the point. I'm gone.